Right guys, I've changed my mind about staying under 90 kg. I'm going to bulk in 2026. We've got bench today. It's going to be a good one. Your boy's fueling up. I'm going to tell you about it in a bit. Let's go. So we've got 100 grams of oats, a banana, 100 grams of berries, 20 grams of honey, and 8 grinds of old pink salt. And then we've got a bit of caffeine, which is just a double shot of espresso out of the coffee machine. Then we've got some carb powder, which hasn't mixed very well. That's Carbex with some creatine and some electrolyte powder. And that's for in the workout. Yeah, we're fueled up, we're carving up, and we're going to get stuck in some good training. So, body weight. I have basically, back in 2022, I made the decision I was going to drop a lot of body weight and compete at a lighter weight class in powerlifting because I wanted to be in shape. Partly for myself, partly for business, bit of everything. I think I hurt my back at the beginning of the year, and that always helps motivate me as well. If I'm overweight and I can't, by the way, guys, naturally, I find it easy to get in shape. I say naturally, I've just been fucking doing this for over a decade, so I find it easy in that sense. It's not something I struggle with, which is funny because even when I was heavy, I think some people have the preconception that you're fat because or you're heavier because discipline with your food or whatever, but it was far from that. It was just I just chose to be heavy last time. But yeah, start of 2022, I'd already dropped down from 103 to 105 kilos in November, October time, down to 100 at the start of 2022. And then that year I dropped down to 85. The following year in 2023, I did a photo shoot. And then 2024 I did a photo shoot as well, which is when I was bald. And basically, I was carrying a couple of niggles in 2022, lower back, a hip thing, which came back pretty quick when I started powerlifting again this time around. And then all of 2023, all of 2024, pretty much, I didn't do any powerlifting. I was just doing physique-based stuff. It was brilliant for coaching because people clearly want to see that stuff, but it isn't that exciting for me. I enjoy it to a certain extent. Don't get me wrong, not that I find it completely boring, but it's one of them I just slightly prefer powerlifting more, and this is truly what I want to do. Now, weird thing is I'm probably naturally better at getting diced than I am being a strong cunt, so it's I'm kind of playing against my own, I'm playing against myself here really by doing it, but yeah, so we're back doing powerlifting. I've just done this, I did that competition in September, October time where I weighed in at 85.7. And the last time I did a competition before that, in 2021, I weighed 103 point something. So I was 18 kilos heavier, way fatter. And I kind of said that I didn't want to get anywhere near that again. I didn't want to get heavy. And just to give a understanding, the reason why I got that heavy back then was because I was right, I want to get good at powerlifting. And the best powerlifters at my height compete in the under 120 kilo weight class. And some of them are even super heavyweights. So I have no business being really light. I need to get heavy. I need to be get up to 105, then maybe 120s at some point. So me being down at under 90 kilos, I'm really sacrificing strength potential, basically. And I'm sacrificing my potential in my 30s, me being 31 now, to really give it a good go and see how strong I can get. Now, during this last year of getting back into it, got back into it back end of 2024, October, November time. Been fully in it in this year, 2025. I've had all sorts of hip, lower back, quad stuff. My lower body's not played ball. Upper body has, for the most part. So probably, bench isn't too bad. But lower body's not been great. And I competed in September, October. I hit a 170 kilo squat, a 140 bench, and a 220 deadlift. Back in 21, I did a 200 kilo squat, so 30 kilos more. I've done a 150 kilo bench back end of last year, actually, funnily enough. But I just fucking tweaked my pec earlier this start of this year, which kind of sabotaged bench training a bit. I said bench has been loyal. It's been loyal as we got through the year. And then I hit a 220 deadlift this time, but obviously the last time in 2021, I hit a 265. So, yeah, that just shows you how, obviously there's other variables at play, like how long I've been doing powerlifting training consistently at that point, and I've had a real break from it, what have you, but that gives you an idea of how much kilos I'm leaving on the table. So, competed at 85.7, body weight's now up to about 88, 89, something like that. And I'm going to let my body weight creep up to like, I'm not exactly sure how high or how fast right now. I'm not going to go crazy, but I'm probably going to let myself do like a kilo a month. Maybe even a bit quicker at first, who knows. So I'm going to let myself get into the sort of like, probably like mid 90s, like 95, come the back end of this year coming, like 15 stone, which is the heaviest I've been. I've not been over 90 kilos since 2022, so yeah, we're really going to push the food up now and see how we train, being in a bit more of an aggressive surplus. I was already going to be in a surplus, but I was just going to recomp and stay in the under 90s for at least another couple of years. But yeah, we're going to let that body weight creep up, get heavy again. Not as heavy as that 2021 comp, but I did a competition earlier that year where I weighed about 98 kilos as opposed to 103. And at 98, my strength wasn't far off where it was at 103. I don't think that 5 kilos of body weight really progressed me massively. I think it might have added like 25 kilos to my total with 5 kilos of body weight, which I reckon I could have done that without gaining that weight. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to gain the body weight in 2026. It's something I struggle with mentally a little bit because I don't want to get fat, because I have this thing in my head that sounds fucked up. I'm just being completely transparent with you guys. I have this thing in my head where if I get fat and out of shape, it's very hard for me to get basically like have clients come to me, people come to me to be in shape and get in shape. Like if I'm preaching like being in shape is like a positive experience amplifier, which I truly believe it is, and I've got clients doing photo shoots looking shredded, and I'm like out of shape, or not out of shape, but I'm like fat, it just plays on my mind that I'm not practicing what I preach. Like I hold myself to a high standard in that regard, and I don't want to ever look or feel like an imposter. Never want to be the fat PT in that sense, so that does play in my mind, because that's where the majority of my clients come from, and let's face it, that's what pays my fucking bills, man. That's what's given me the opportunity to support my family, so that's my only worry. But I'm confident I'm going to keep churning out fucking epic results with guys that I coach, and I'm only walking the walk and being my true authentic self, which in my opinion up to this point has always brought me positive outcomes. So let's see what we can do. Okay. Body weight was at the highest it's been in a long time this morning, 195 pounds, which is like, I think it was like 98.5 kilos. Sorry, 88.5 kilos. We've got one board press. We've got a top triple at RP7. I'm wanting to hit 122.5 kg, make it move easy, and then we've got some back offs. So I'll see you in there. I'm going to eat this food, take Brucey out, get in there. Bit of a late session today, but we're getting it done. See you soon. Right, got some pull-ups. Last week we did 1 set body weight and 3 sets of 6 with 8 kilos around the waist. So today I'm going to try and do 4 sets of 6 with 8 kilos around the waist and 1 more rep, so we did sets of 6. So if I don't do 6 reps, I do 7 reps, 4 sets, that's the idea. I'm going to do a cheeky set of 3, just to make sure we're nice and warm, then we get into it. Right, we've hit up 2 sets of 7 with the 8 kilo kettlebell, RP8, which is what we wanted. That second set felt like a harder RP8, which I know sounds silly. It probably means the first set wasn't as hard as it should be. That's fine. Or wasn't as hard as I thought it was. So what we're going to do, I want to have some fun with these today. So we're going to go for it. We're still going to stick to RP8, but I'm going to whack a 20 kilo kettlebell around my waist, because when I think back to what happened before my deadlift was the strongest, I used to do fucking close grip pull-ups with like 40 kilos. So, and I could do multiple sets with 20. So, and that was, and I weighed more as well. I weighed probably like 95 kilos up. So, I'm going to give 20 kilos a go. I'm just going to tickle it, and then I'll probably do a bodyweight set to finish and see what I can get. Do you know what? I reckon I only did 4 reps. I reckon that was, I probably could have done 5 and it'd be an RP8. But when I was doing it, I was conscious that I didn't want to take the piss. So, yeah, happy with that. First time having 20 kilos around my waist in a hot minute. I think they were pretty clean. And now we're going to go body weight, see what we can do. 3 minutes rest, see if we can get more than 10. Right, next up we've got face pulls. 3 sets of 20 RP 7.5. I can kind of just lose count of these and just send it until it gets hard. On the black band ended up in like 26, 27 reps or something. So I went up to the purple and I did like 13. So I'll do this, I'll probably just smash purple now for next few months, see where I get to. See if we can whack out sets of 20 on this, like relatively good form. Right, last exercise, we've got biceps. It's supposed to be incline bicep curls, but we've had them in the program for about 16 weeks. 20 weeks maybe, which is good, but I just get fucking bored of them. So I like to mix it up with these. So I'm going to do some cross the body, heavy as fuck curls just for funsies. Probably the least optimal thing I could be doing. I've seen a video of Mark Bell doing them the other day. So now I'm inclined to have some fun. Weirdly, left side well easier than right. Happy with today. Hit what I wanted to hit. Today kind of gave me like a bit of, I don't know if it's deja vu, just gave me like a bit of a remembrance of what like 95%, fuck me, my brain's not working today, what 95% of my sessions were like back when I first did powerlifting, when I just lived at home. Wasn't really bothered about business, wasn't really bothered about like, I didn't really care about anything else really, just training. And I was just like, every session felt mint because I was well rested. No one waking me up in the night, you know, less stress, younger. And that's what I felt like today, so I think that pre-training nap did me a lot of good. And I think having that thing of probably like in a fucked up way, not training with people as much. The people that I train with are brilliant, by the way. Just that thing of me having that flexible start time with training definitely made a difference today, definitely helped. But yeah, we're in a good spot. Week 2 of the block. Had a bit of realisation as well in this block where today, in this session, where I was thinking, like the 4th week of every block, you'll have noticed by my videos that I kind of like push the boat a bit more. I'm a bit cheeky with my selections. Like I don't mind if I overshoot. And you know, you can justify it because it's week 4 and then week 1 of the next block's the very following week, which is going to be easy. But I've still noticed that from block to block, I think it's starting to affect, I think it does still affect momentum going into that next block. Unless your recovery is like absolutely brilliant, which mine just isn't, just due to like life. So I think at the end of this 4-week block, I'm going to stay disciplined and I'm going to lift what the RPE is. Like I'm actually going to just try and stick to the RPE and just aim to move it really well. So even if I feel like I can lift more and push it a bit, I'm going to be as sensible as I can be with selections. And then what I'm hoping is that pays dividends in the next training block and I start that a bit fresher and then I can build better momentum from block to block and just get stronger and stronger. So we're going to try and do that. But anyways, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you enjoy these vlog style videos. I know I do the informative ones as well, which are a bit different. And yeah, like I know I've only got a small audience that follow along with these, like there might be like 50 of you that just watch them consistently or something, or there's 50 people watching them each time, something like that anyway. So thank you if you're one of them. Share it on Instagram. If you did like it, give it a like. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Let's go.